In this first step, I'm going to upload the data I need in order to make this app work. I'm going to use the data table that's imported for the project and from the default, and I'm going to use that data to create a group or a series of arrays that I can call. I'm going to use the parallel array structure in order to get the data for the city and state, the high, the low, the icon, and the condition. So let's start by creating my first variable, which I'm going to call cities. Notice I try to follow the convention of ending arrays with an S. And the cities are inside the data table, located under the topic of city. So I can use the data toolbox, and I'm going to put into the array cities all the data from the weather, daily weather, in the column of city. And then this cities is going to be occupied with all the data from that table from that city column. I'm going to repeat the process with the state because it does list the city and the state and concatenates them, and I want to do that as well in my table. So I'm going to get from daily weather, again, I'm going to get the state and put that in there. Then the next one I'm going to make is the high temperature. So I need the high temperature. Again, I'm going to use data. I'm going to get it from my daily weather table, and I'm going to get the high temperature. And I look through the list, and one of them is, there it is, high temperature. Then the next thing I'm going to grab is the low temperature. Oops, I've already messed up my convention there. I want to fix that because I wanted them to end in S. So my lows, what I want to get then is the lows from daily weather, and I want to get the lows, low temperature, perfect. And then I want the icons, so I'm going to make a variable for icons. Again, I'm going to use the get table, and I'm going to choose daily weather, and I'm going to get an icon. Perfect. And last but not least, I'm going to get condition. But I'm not sure what I want for condition because there were a couple of condition things. Let's take a look at the weather. There's a main condition and a condition description. And I like the condition description better. I think it's more specific and more interesting. So I'm going to take the conditions, and I'm going to use the condition description, just because that was more detailed. So what I've done is I've created a series of arrays. I've created a cities array that has all the cities, the states array with all the states, and so on, all the way through, and they are each in, there are 6 different arrays, each containing all the data from the table. Now I'm going to have to make some way to pick an index and then access that data. Then I'm going to have to figure out a way to display that data. So I'm well on my way to completing my random weather forecaster.